All right, so next real life thing is interest. And we're going to talk about simple interest specifically. There are two different kinds, maybe more, two that I know of in my brain right now. But we're just going to focus on simple interest just because that kind of fits with the ideas that we're doing now for 7th grade specifically. All right, so we're going to say that I can calculate simple interest. Okay? All right, so interest is additional or extra money. So we're going to say additional money that either gets paid to you or paid to someone else for borrowing or lending money. So when you take out a loan at a bank, they have an interest rate. So you have to pay them back the money you borrowed plus a little extra, just because like insurance that they get it all back. And they got to make money somehow. Anyway, so it's extra money that you earn or have to pay from lending money, like a loan. Anyway, so the principal is the initial or original amount of money deposited or borrowed. So it's whatever you start with, so the starting amount of money. Okay. So like I said, times interest is used are loans. So you have student loans. You have a home loan, which has a special name of a mortgage. Car, business. There's lots of different types of loans. Credit cards. Savings accounts. Investments. Okay. That's not all of them. There's more. So basically anytime you borrow money or you put money into some sort of savings account, that's it. Okay? So these two are our formulas. So kind of our steps of what to do. So you get the interest amount of the starting amount of money, the principal, times the interest rate as a decimal, times the length of time of that loan for how long you're paying it. Then to get the total, you take the starting amount plus the extra amount, so the interest, okay? So for this one, we're just always going to write the interest rate as a decimal. If you need to say divide by 100, you go for it. Okay? So we substitute our known values into the formula. You simplify, which you can, and you solve. That's it. Okay? Basically, you plug them in, type them in your calculator, which I need to get. Guys, this is why my videos are so long. I'm so sorry. Alright, anyway. Angela is buying a car for $18,997. She plans to pay off the car in 5 years with an annual simple interest rate of 5.07%. How much will she pay in interest alone? So here we're looking for just the interest amount and not the total. So my interest is equal to my principal amount times the rate times time. Okay, so my starting amount of money is how much the car is, $18,997. Okay, then I have to take my interest rate and write it in decimal form by dividing by 100. 0.0507. Ooh, a lot of sevens. Okay. Okay, then times the length of time, so times 5 years. So I just punch it in my calculator. You get 4815.7395. Since we're dealing with money, I have to round. Find my place, look next door. 9 is 5 or bigger, so I add one more. So the 3 becomes a 4. So $4,815.74 is just the extra amount that she pays. That doesn't include paying for the car. That's just the interest. Okay. All right, so next one. Sean took out a loan for $35,000 in student loans with a 5.8% simple interest rate on the initial amount. How much would Sean's loan be after 10 years? Okay, so I have to take my interest rate, 5.8, and change it to decimal form by dividing by 100, 0.058. Okay, then my interest is equal to the principal amount, 35,000, times that interest rate as the decimal, times the length of time of 10 years. So I'm just going to put in my calculator, multiply it all together. So 35,000 times 0.058 times 10 is $20,300. Okay, so that's just the interest rate. To find the total, I take the principal amount, my starting amount of money, and add the interest amount. And you get $55,300. Okay, so he has to pay back the loan plus extra interest. I'm sorry, I don't control the banks, I don't control the money. Okay, all right, I'll speed it up a little bit. Corey deposited $500 into savings that earns an annual simple interest rate of 8% on the initial amount. How much will he have after 3 years? So I'm going to take my percent, divide it by 100. Okay, my interest is the principal amount, $500, times my interest rate as a decimal, times my length of time of 3 years. So I just type it in my calculator. It's 120. So to get my total, we take the principal amount, $500, plus my interest amount, $120, is $620. So after 3 years, he'll have $620 total in that account. Next page. All right, Davina buys a house for $249,998 with an annual simple interest rate of 4.89%. She takes out a 30-year mortgage for the house. How much will she end up paying in total for the house? So I'm going to take my interest rate, 4.89%, and divide it by 100, get 0.0489. Okay, my interest amount is equal to my principal, my starting amount, $249,998, times my interest rate as a decimal, 0.0489, times my length of time, 30 years. Okay, is 366,747.066. Okay, right, then my total, so I take my starting amount of money, 24,998. I add my interest amount, is 61674.5.066. And then I have to round because I'm dealing with money. So here's my decimal place, 1, 2. Look next door. 6 is 5 or bigger, so I add one more. Add a dollar sign. So $616,745.07. Okay. All right, last one. Carlo invests $12,000 into a savings account that earns an annual simple interest of 1.2%. How much does he have after 6.5 years? So I'm going to take my interest rate, 1.2, divide by 100 to put it in decimal form, is 0.012. My interest amount is equal to my principal investment, $12,000, times my interest rate as a decimal, 0.012, times my length of time, 6.5. Is $936. Okay. So my total is my principal amount, $12,000, plus my interest amount, $936. Is $12,936. Oh, I could have done that in my brain place. And we don't even have to round for that one. Okay, so here's your formulas. Just sort the information into that, multiply, then add if you're finding a total.